Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to teach you how to make your own pancake, which is called a Dutch baby. Now the first things you need are some flour, some milk, some eggs, a lemon, or half a lemon in this case, some butter, and some salt. The first things you need to do after this is to set your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, since I've already done this part, you don't have to wait for the time, which is usually 10 minutes. However, what you do need to do is grab a mitten and open up the oven. Restart it. Once we open up the oven, we are to put the pan inside. After that, we are to close it up and figure out how much butter we need to put on the pan. Due to some smart people, we know how much butter there is. What we need is 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut at this precise measurement and not waste any time on anything else at the moment besides gracefully cutting this thing, which is a very delicate procedure. Once that is indeed the case, we are to open up the oven, to then put on a mitten, pull up the pan, and put the butter in. After that, we are to let it bubble and fizz and melt while putting it inside. We are to wait for a couple of minutes, and then after that, we will add in more ingredients. However, since we are on a timetable, we will do everything else that does not involve putting things in the oven yet. This happens to start with cracking open 2 eggs, like so. Once when the egg is opened, we are to add in a second one. Alternatively, you can put in 3 if you want, but most of the time it is just 2 eggs. Once the 2 eggs are added, we are to stir it up with a spoon, like so. Once when it is properly stirred, we are to add in the next ingredient, a half cup of milk. Due to some rather annoying problems, I have only 1/4 of a cup, but I just need to do it twice. 1 cup and 2 cup. After that, we are to add in another cup, but of 1/3 of a size. This one is supposed to be filled with, however, flour, as it is very important for baking. Perfect. Next thing we are to add in is 1/4 of a tablespoon of salt. Sorry, my language, teaspoon I meant. After that, we are to stir it around again. Or alternatively, if you want, you could also use a fork, like so. Due to movie magic, I was able to speed up the time process of beating up this mixture. The next thing you are supposed to do is to beat up a lemon. Sorry, phrasing out the wrong words. Crushing a lemon with a crusher. So you're able to A, get out any and all seeds that might be inside, and B, it just adds in a much more flavorful taste. Now, of course, the process itself is, depending upon the process, it's either slow or good. Slow or fast. In this case, it is very slow, and seems not very well suited with lemon. Oh well, we have what we need. We will now add in lemon to the baking pan. Once that is the case, we are to add it up once again. By the way, if you do this at home, you have to make sure that you have precisely half a cup of lemon. You are also supposed to add in a half lemon. Once when we have successfully done that, now that we've added in the half lemon to the mixture, we are going to check up on the butter. Now, we have to make sure that it is all over the pan. That way, the pancake won't get stuck to it. Then, once we have pulled it out, we are to pour it into the pan. Once that's done, we are also to try and scrape off any remaining parts of it. If there is any, then we are to scrape it off, as I said earlier. Once that's done, we are to leave it in for 45 minutes. Then we are to add it into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes to cook and bake. Now we're just going to play the waiting game and movie magic. So now that we have waited for half of the required time, we're going to see how well it is going. As you can clearly see, it is looking very good, which gives us a very promising result for the food that is going to come. Now, of course, after the meal is done, we are going to eat it. However, you can also add in spices or sweets of any kind to flavor the taste or the sense of smell. Alternatively, you can just add in some syrup if you want, but Now that we have waited enough time, we are going to pull it out and carefully try and pry it off. This is good. Very good. Perfect. Now that we have this here, we're going to wait for a while for it to cool off and not have it burn us. Now that we've waited the approximate amount of time and we have the food ready, now what we must do is taste it. However, to do that, we need to cut it up. This is by far the most easiest out of pretty much everything else besides tasting it. Once we are done with this, we will prepare to have it served and see how well it tastes. As you can obviously see, pretty much everybody that's being able to eat is very much so enjoying it, including the dogs, which they cannot have.
Delicious.
Amazing.
Very much so.
Good job, Mac.
Thank you. This is the life of making food. Oh, yes, right. If you want to know any more, then I'll go and show you both the recipe as well as the receipt for how much it might cost in the local area. That is currently the list of things that you need in order to make it possible to have a Dutch baby. Now onto the side here, happens to read the receipt for all of the things that you would have in the area. I thank you for being with me on this culinary journey. As well as that, this is a quick and easy dish to make for anybody if they want to have it with a fun time with their friends and family who will love it. Good day and have a good morning. One thing I also forgot to mention, and this is a side note, but still very important, is to always wash your hands before you even start to cook. And once when you do wash your hands, you must wash out all the rest of the food that can be washed. So, just as an FYI. Still, if you've gone through all of this, thank you.